had labor and I've had a C-section. And let me say, they both blow.
On these bigger issues, I just think that everyone has got to make the choice where they feel most comfortable.
He ended up giving me an episiotomy and it really jacked my vag for a while.
What was that grapefruit down? I thought I had a tumor. How come nobody ever tells you about the tumor?
Okay.
And I know a lot.
That was
So I'd
very
say,
uncomfortable.
on the one hand, you know, I'm not having an alien. So yeah, I guess it's gonna be a normal birth. Hi, this is Daphne from Cool Mom. I feel like there is this real superiority out there between vaginal birth as opposed to cesarean. And it sort of ticks me off because I'm somebody who totally bought into it. I had my vision. I was gonna drop my baby in the forest on a pile of leaves, and then at 32 weeks found out she was breech and there was some other complications. Instead of accepting it and being okay with it, I read every sort of like, ooh, C-section evil, you know, book there was, and ran around like a crazy person. So do you guys find this, that it's like, I feel like that there is this, well, for lack of a better, just superiority about it?
Oh my God, Daphne, what a great subject. You have me laughing so hard. Yes, I do believe there is a tyranny of vaginal birth. My first was a C-section. It was emergency. I didn't have a lot of choice about it. I'm not susceptible to peer pressure. Really, not at all. And so I didn't really care what the Earth Moms had to say. I cared more about what the doctors were doing to save my life and my baby's life.
Although I haven't had a C-section, I've had 2 vaginal births, which are very fresh in my mind because I just had one several weeks ago and I'm still dealing with the aftermath, if you know what I mean. I know a lot of new parents put together birth plans because they don't want to have a C-section. I didn't want to.
It's so important to remember that we just don't know what's going on in the family next door. You know, while we've all done it, we've all sort of looked down our noses at that, you know, parent on the playground who's yelling at their kid or whatever. But, you know, on these bigger issues, I just think that everyone has got to make the choice where they feel most comfortable.
I've now had both. I've had labor and I've had a C-section. And let me say, they both blow. Labor hurts like bloody hell. I know there's some people who had some easier ones. I was not one of them. I don't have a high threshold for pain, not me. So I'd say on the one hand, you either like suffer for about a day acutely and then you recover quicker, except that you will pee when you sneeze.
I thought the C-section was a breeze to recover from, especially since nobody tells you everything about a vaginal birth. I mean, afterwards, okay, you're leaking, we all leak, big deal. But what was that grapefruit down? I thought I had a tumor. How come nobody ever tells you about the tumor?
My doctor was saying, you've got to have a C-section. I was like, no, and I'm running out of the hospital crying. And he said, Daphne, Mother Nature doesn't care whether you die. That's why we have science and medical intervention to prevent these things. And I went, oh yeah, you're right, okay.
I let my doctor sort of make those choices for me. He ended up giving me an episiotomy and it really jacked my vag for a while. The second time around, I had a plan. My plan was not to have an episiotomy.
I think that the people who shout the loudest about how important it is to have a God-given birth before there was medicine are either people who haven't had kids yet or had amazingly easy deliveries. It shouldn't matter how he got there. It should matter that he got there.
I'm going to take a page out of Mindy's book. I'm really going to try to just let that sort of be the background noise of parenting, that judgment. Just ignore it. When we do the best for our kids 99% of the time, it's gonna be just fine.
You're both talking about is, you know, the finished product obviously is what matters the most. And, you know, my second pregnancy, I lost my baby. And that really was like, now with this pregnancy, and my doctor just wants to do a C-section for the rupture issue, and that's fine with me. So good, it seems like we're in agreement. Everybody can just shoot their kid out the way that they think is safe and necessary to do so. And everybody just keep their trap shut.
Join the Momversation at momversation.com.